Hey Physique Freaks, how's it going? Scott Tuzana, MetabolicMasterpiece.com. It is time that I get back to some regular, consistent vlogging, taking you behind the scenes of my training, sharing workout tips, meals that I eat, in addition to sharing the Physique Mastery podcast on this channel. Now, I'm going to kick things off by giving you a little bit of an update where I'm at, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to play some training footage in the background. I am in the middle of a muscle building phase right now, 12 weeks into it, 4 more weeks to go. It's been going really, really well. I am up 9 pounds. Initially, in the first few days, I gained 3 pounds. So that came from food volume in my digestive system, water weight, muscle glycogen, all that kind of fun stuff there. So really, it's only been a true 6 pounds that I've gained during this past 12 weeks. So basically nice, slow and steady, exactly what I was aiming for, about half a pound a week. And that's, to most people, I mean, that would be really a perfect building phase. But judging by how I'm looking right now, I'm not entirely happy. See, at 41 years old with decades of training under my belt, muscle gains come at a very slow and steady rate, which is why I wanted to take this building phase slow and steady, not gain too much fat in the process. In a year's time, I'm pretty lucky if I gain about 2 to 3 pounds of muscle. So we're looking at about a pound of muscle for every 16 weeks or something along that line. So if I gain a pound of muscle during this 16-week muscle building phase, I'd be really, really happy. So looking at myself right now in the 6 pounds that I've gained, really, we're probably looking at about 5 pounds of fat. When I compare myself to how I looked at the end of the cutting phase, at the end of August, beginning of September, I was really, really happy with how I looked. And I really wanted to stay lean during this muscle building phase. And I thought giving myself that half a pound of weight gain a week was going to be enough to keep me lean. But judging on how I'm looking right now, I'm looking pretty soft in the middle. That 5 pounds, it really causes, it's pretty traumatic visual impact with my physique. Being only 5'6.5" inches tall, 157 pounds right now, gaining 5 pounds of fat makes a pretty big visual impact in how I look. And really, I mean, I'm happy with how I look right now. Kind of at the edge. I don't want to gain any more fat from this. So basically, I'm going to try to stick right around maintenance for the most part, just barely above maintenance for the next 4 weeks. Kind of just hold on to this weight, enjoy the holidays. Then January 2nd, I'll get into a cutting phase. Really, I should achieve my goal within 8 weeks. I'll probably give myself 12 weeks, just a little bit of a cushion there for life situations. And my goal, like what I've learned from this muscle building phase, this is a constant learning experience. And what I've learned here is that although my plan, I pretty much followed it to pretty much a T, I'm going to have to take it even slower and steadier if I want to still stay lean. And basically what I realize is that gaining this extra 5 pounds or so of fat doesn't really help me all that much in terms of building muscle. It doesn't speed up the process for me. So my plan is to get a little leaner than what I achieved this previous cutting phase. Gives me a little bit more wiggle room so I can gain a few pounds and still be very happy with how I'm looking. And just take it a little bit slower and steady. So instead of gaining a half a pound a week, probably about a quarter pound a week, or even just kind of, like I said, really sticking around that maintenance level calories, just kind of really owning that weight that I'm at. And just really, what I've really learned from all this experience over the past few years is that I've spent too much time in a cutting phase. And that's really when I mapped out the 12-month plan at the end of August here. The 16 weeks is pretty much going as scheduled, and my plan was to do a 6-week mini cut then, and another 6-week mini cut in the spring, and then maintain during the summer. I think I want to try to reduce that a little bit and just kind of spend less time dieting, just really maintain my lean physique and just slow and steady building from here on out. We're going to see, like I said, constantly learning. I'm going to go with that approach in the new year after I cut, just kind of hover right around maintenance or barely above maintenance, which is always fluctuating. Maintenance is it's not a steady line. You can't eat the same calories every day and say I'm right at maintenance, because our activity levels, if you're on your feet more, not just how you're training, basically outside of training is really where you make up the big difference. Are you taking more steps through the day? Are you on your feet more? Are you fidgeting more? Are you sitting more on your butt that day? Like little things like that can really add up and really fluctuate your maintenance level calories. But I'm going to sit right around maintenance and see how that goes after I hit that next cutting phase in the new year. training has been awesome. So September, October, it was high volume training for every body part. Absolutely loved it. This past month, November, we had a focus on legs and arms. So volume was high for those body parts. Volume for everything else was lower. So this was kind of a new approach for me. Really enjoying it. My body's responding really well to that. For the month of December, we're going to be focusing more on chest and back. So volume is high with those, hitting them more frequently as well. And volume for everything else is much lower. So training has been a blast. I'm following the same workout plans that are in the Physique Mastery Movement group coaching plan that myself and Brian Cron have been running. We started that back in September. It really makes it a much more enjoyable experience when you're following the same plan as a bunch of other people and just supporting, sharing the experiences with each other, just learning from each other as we're going along. It's been an absolute blast, and I've been training with some of the members within the group. Santina, who you're going to see a lot more of in our training footage. She's going to be training with us most Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. She is a blast, and she's strong. She's got a strong athletic, strong curves. You guys are going to really enjoy seeing the footage with her. It's been a blast. So she's part of our Physique Mastery Movement group coaching plan. She's also a member at my gym. So you're going to see more of her. Noah Wiles came down, drove 2.5 hours from Kitchener to come train with us this weekend. That was a blast. My buddy Adam Wilkes came from London. He trained with us last week, and he's also a fellow lightweight natural bodybuilder. He's been on this channel several times in the past, and he is 6 weeks out, or when I saw him last week, he was 6 days out from competing last week. So he just competed over the weekend, competed at around 123, 124 pounds. So really, I'm a lightweight. He's probably a bantamweight, but in the organization that we compete in, there's no bantamweight weight class. He held his own on stage and absolutely looking freaking awesome there. So we did a little posing after our workout, and I gotta tell you, this was a step outside of my comfort zone. I really did check my ego at the door, leave my pride at the door, and really kind of swallow my pride to take off my shirt, stand next to a guy who's contest shredded, and here I am looking a little bit fluffy. So as you can see here, all my weight just goes, the fat gain goes right to my lower belly, my love handles, a little bit everywhere else like shoulders, chest, back. Those kind of get covered with a little bit of fat, but the majority goes lower belly and love handles, which really kind of causes a serious visual impact there. So as you can tell here, I wasn't into it as much as I'm normally into posing. When you're standing next to someone who's shredded and you're feeling fluffy, I wasn't having as much fun as I normally do in front of the camera when I'm going through my progress updates and everything. So part of this is, maybe it's something that I need to work on myself psychologically. I don't know. I don't really necessarily think this is a bad thing. I don't think I have an issue where, some people are going to look at me and go, Scott, you look freaking awesome. The way you look right now is the way I look at the end of a cutting phase, and you're nearing the end of your building phase. But I'm seeing a lot of other guys who are at the end of their building phase. They're getting ready to start their cut, and I'm like, damn, you guys are shredded right now. You guys look the way that I look at the end of my cut. So everyone's got their own different little standards and levels of body fat that they feel comfortable with. I'm not really all that comfortable with where I'm at right now. I'm happy with myself, but I think I look better. I think I look more muscular. I think I look bigger when I'm leaner, and I just feel happier when I'm leaner. So it's something that I'm going to be working into my programming, making sure that I am happy all the freaking time. I don't need to be stage shredded, and I would say at the end of my last cutting phase, I was not stage shredded. I was really ripped. I was vascular. I looked freaking awesome. I loved the way I looked, but I wasn't contest shredded. I still had room to fat that I could burn off there. So that's where I'm at. Physique update right now. Life has been really busy. The main reason why I haven't been vlogging so much is that it's just been really busy with kids, their activities, after school sports. My daughter was in soccer and volleyball. Now she's got part of the track club right now, so that's 3 times a week. My son's been in football and the gym and all that kind of stuff. Just been really, really crazy. And then at home, been doing a lot of renovations. I've basically painted our entire house. All I got left is the trim up here. It's looking really good. I enjoy that. It's kind of, painting is kind of my little outlet as well. Good little stress relief. It forces me to focus, be in the moment, especially when I'm cutting in, making sure I got nice little straight lines there. So it's been a fun process, but it's kind of taken away from this. I love YouTube. I love the vlogging and all that stuff. So basically, that's where I'm at in a nutshell. So be on the lookout for a lot more videos coming from me, a lot more training tips and nutrition tips, as well as the Physique Master Podcast, which I hope that you're really enjoying. And that's my update. This is going to kick things off. Thanks for sharing this journey with me. I appreciate you. Catch you next time.